Hello everyone. Today I will be sharing with you some packaging that I've put together, and I've been using my beautiful things from Crafty Me shop. You may remember Crafty Me shop is a Facebook store, and it's run by a beautiful lady called Esme. She has live sales at least once a week, and there will always be a posted note at the top of the Facebook page to let you know when that sale will take place. Today I've been doing some packaging. I like to have things in a drawer ready to send things, so I wanted to do a little bit of packaging. And last week I found these lovely little bags here. I found those at my local variety shop. Where is it? Okay. They're a smaller size. This is what they look like, and this is a larger size bag. And I was inspired by Doreen from Ooh La La. She decorates little bags like these, and this is the first time I've come across them, so I grabbed some and thought I would play. And see, they just come undone like that. They do have a little gusseted bottom on them as well. And they were only a couple of dollars. So I thought we'll get some of those and we'll use some of our little snips. I've got a jar full of snips that I need to use. And this is all the little offcuts from Crafty Me shop projects that I've made. And every so often I go into it and start using them so that they don't get wasted. So I've used my snips, and I've used this applique piece, and this is all that's left of it now. And remember, when you're cutting up, this is a very old applique, it's vintage, it's quite brittle in places. But what you do is you glue, I don't know if you can see that shininess there. I've put glue all the way down here, so that when I cut up this side, I didn't lose those beautiful beads there. And that's how you cut up appliques. You glue all around the area that you're going to be cutting so that the beads stay in place. And you can see this has got this beautiful AB kind of colour to it. See how it's very colourful and gorgeous silvery gold looking beads, but they're actually colourful as well. So what I did was I got these bags and I cut some of the applique pieces off, and then I used my snips to decorate it, and these are just some coffee stained pieces that were left from a tassel trim from Crafty Me shop. I previously made these lovely little pearl and sequin flowers, so I've used one of those, a couple of rhinestones, and then I've put lots of pearls in. I have some pearls and sequins from Crafty Me shop, which are these ones here. There's a billion in here, but I try and use them as often as I can in the projects that I make. And so I've used some of those and a couple of my own pearls in the darker tones. Can you see that? And I've glued those on. And then what I've done is, once they were dry, I went back with my mercury glass stickles, and then over the top, once that was dry, I added little dots of this glisten. Can you see that one has colours in it? It's an actual clear stickles, but it has like a colourful, golden colourful look to it. So I used that so that it would pick up the colours in these lovely applique pieces as well. I've also used a little bit of gold paper doily, and I got that idea from Roseanne. She's always popping little bits of doily like that, and I love the way it looks. It looks like those, I think they're called, is it Dresden's or something like that, those vintage paper pieces, and I really like it. And I also incorporated the bling sticker that Esme sent me last time as well. So that's the first little pocket that I've made, and then this is the second pocket, and I've used more of that sticker on this one. And then I've used some little offcuts of pieces. That's actually the top of this beautiful applique piece here from Crafty Me Shop. And this is a tea-stained flower applique from Crafty Me Shop as well. And I've just put some tulle around there. And this plastic button that I've had for years and years and years, I also used one on the box as well. And it has those glittered colour in it as well. So they're the two pockets that I made. And then I've made this box, and this box is actually it is a sugarcane disposable container. It's biodegradable, and they're really nice, and they're very lightweight. So I used one of those. It's kind of like an egg carton, as you can see. And what I did was I covered the actual box. I really didn't need to cover it, but I wasn't sure what I was going to be doing when I started. I covered it in dress pattern tissue paper. Then I added some more of this gold doily here, and then I cut a couple of pieces from the larger applique and layered them over the top, using the flowers to decorate. You know, they're all attached, and I've put in a couple of my sequin and pearl flowers that I've made previously. I've added some tulle tufts in there. This was a metal flower of my own, and there's another one of those buttons there. I have a bow from sari silk down the side, and some more of this coffee stain trim here. I just love that trim. It's so pretty, and you can use it in so many things, and it just dangles down the side there. And then all around the edge I've put some sari silk scrunched up, and then I've done the same thing again. I've added pearls in different sizes, and I've added AB rhinestones every so often, and then I've once again added the gold, or the mercury glass I should say, and then gone over it once it was dry with just a little bit of the glisten stickles, not all over, because I did want some of the gold to be picked up. And I didn't do it at the front here. I put a couple of flowers here instead, because that's the opening, and I don't think it needed it all the way around. So that's what I've done there. And that's the top. And then inside, and that's just got one of those little tab closures, see? Just like that. Inside, at the top here, I've used some of the beautiful wide lace from Crafty Me Shop. I have a flower here from Gail. Thank you, Gail. And then I've put just a little sticker bling in the center there, and then once again gone around it with some pearls. And this time I've just used the glisten glitter in that. Can you see? It just gives it slight sparkle in those colors. And I've lined the inside of this box with the tissue paper also. I did forget to mention, sorry, that after I put the tissue paper on, I put this curtaining on. This is a gorgeous Nottingham lace curtain I got free actually on eBay a few years ago. So I've used some of that. And then inside here, I have a little box that I've made, and it's just a paper mache box, and I did not cover the paper mache box because I thought the colours went beautifully. The paper mache colour, it goes so well with the look of this as well. On the top, I have this beautiful crocheted heart, and that is from Crafty Me Shop. The center of the heart is hollow, so I've just filled it with sequins and beads and pearls and more of the glisten glitter glue there. No gold on this one. I kept the inside without the gold, so it's a lighter look. And then there was like a little, on the applique, there's a little gap where all this pearl was, so I just went around it with this little pearl trim that I have. I love the way that looks. I like that kind of thing. On the side there, I also put that pearl trim right at the top of this vintage lace that is my own. And then this beautiful trim here, which is from Crafty Me Shop. This is the last little piece I had of this. I love that. I used it on some journal spines a while ago. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I only had that little piece left. So what I had to do was do the back of it in something different that would hopefully blend in. And I think it's done all right to blend in. That's just a wide pearl trim. Do I have that little bit here? This is what I got left of that. So I used some of that, and then a very delicate lace, just having the scallop showing at the bottom to make it the same width. I'll just show you. I did not do the inside of this, but I've only put that trim to there because the lid sits over it, and that's why I decided not to kind of do. I may put something in just the top, but not the sides of the top. So that just slides on like that, but that's that trim there. Isn't it just beautiful? I love that trim. And I've used it all now. So that's that little box that I've made, and that sits in there. And then with my snips, I just got a piece of crepe fabric, laid it out, and made a couple of snippet rolls. I thought, this is the best way to use your little scrap pieces up, isn't it? Once I'd stitched them on, I used a straight stitch and a zigzag, so that's the back there. I put a layer of tulle. Can you see that tulle there? And I've left it a little bit wider so that when it's cut up to be used on other things, I have the option to either, or whoever has the option to either leave it there or trim it down to what they want at the time. And then I've just made a little cluster of beads. You can see that these are the beads and sequins from Crafty Me Shop, and they're my own little flowers there. And over the top of the tulle, every so often I've put these little clusters here, so I can cut that part off. I can use it on an embellishment, I can use it on an envelope, on a little tag, or anything like that. I can even use it on the spine of a journal if I wanted. So I can cut that, and I've finished the threads off within that little cluster, so cutting it there will make nothing fall off. And so all the way down, these are spaced apart. You can see all the little scrap bits I've got in there from previous projects. So that's one little snipper rolls, and it's not the same width all the way down, which is quite all right because you don't need it all exactly the same. So that's that one, and then this is the other one, pretty much the same, starting there. And these are always handy to have on hand when you're making something. See, that's a nice width for a spine, that one, isn't it? And there we go. So you can see the variety of laces in there is just lovely, and just in the neutral tones. That one goes in there like that. So that is my little project for this week. I'm kind of I'm working on bigger projects right now, and these are the sort of things that I'm doing in between. My son's still on school holidays. He goes back next Wednesday, which I like him being at home, but I get more done when he's at school, I guess. So I think we all do, don't we? So then I'll, be back to normal with creating and things like that. But it's lovely to have that break over this, this period of year. And it is very hot at the moment. I'm kind of worried about these stickers. Humidity and stickers don't always work well together, but we'll see. I did put a bit of glue on some spots, so hopefully that will do the job. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you like my glam packaging this time around. So take care, everybody, and don't forget a link to Esme's store is in the description box below, and you just have to request to join the group, and somebody will accept your request, and then you can have a look around and see what day the sale is falling on. So take care, everybody. Bye.